Hi, fellow classmates. My name is Crystal Harris, and I'll be presenting today about my internship at the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare Foster Care Division. The mission of the Foster Care Division is to build a responsive, educated, and stable foster care community of families that can meet a variety of children's needs. It reports safe, nurturing, trauma-informed resource parents, and these resource parents include foster, kinship, respite, and adoptive caregivers. The goal of foster care is to provide a temporary arrangement for children and teens when their parents or primary caregivers are going through crisis. When youth cannot remain safely in their homes and must enter foster care, the first goal is to safely reunite them with their families. However, if this is not possible, to find permanent placement as soon as possible. It's governed by the Idaho State Legislature and the Idaho State Department of Health and Welfare, Child and Family Services Foster Care Division. Collaborating programs for the Foster Care Division are the Idaho Department of Child Protective Services and then the Idaho Adoption Services. The main manager of the Division of Foster Care is Robert Braniff, who is the Child Welfare Chief. Brandy Sanchez, LMSW, she is my foster care licensing supervisor. She reports to Robert, and then as well as her licensing team, Judy, Nicole, Michelle, and of course me. Main funding sources for these programs are government sources, several Title 4-E funds, 4-B funds, both of the Social Security Act, the Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act grants, Social Services Block grants, and of course miscellaneous and local funding. The licensing process that each resource family has to go through to become a foster care family is pretty standard. It would start with a phone call to the Idaho Department of Child Welfare, telling about their interest. Then, of course, they would fill out an initial application and a background check. Once those are approved, they would attend a 3-hour informational meeting. At this point, because of COVID, they're online, but normally they're in person. At that point, if they're still interested, they would attend a 4-week session of what they call Pride classes. These classes teach parenting skills and 5 competencies to foster parent to help children from traumatic circumstances. The 5 competencies are protecting and nurturing children, meeting their developmental needs and addressing delays, supporting relationships between children and their birth and/or foster families, connecting child to safe, nurturing relationships intended to last a lifetime, and of course, working as a member of a professional team for the welfare of the child. Throughout this class, you learn certain programs such as TBRI training, which is trust-based relational interventions, trauma-enforced treatments for the care of a child of trauma, and then the children would receive trauma counseling, support groups, and then PT, OT, and ST as needed for their welfare. The next step would be the first home visit with a family to assess the safety of the home environment. At that point, once they were approved with this assessment, they would receive a second home visit to assess the family's structure, such as their cultural beliefs and discipline techniques, and then follow up on corrections to issues noted during the first visit. At that point, they would be approved or denied by the department. They would either receive a license, or if they did not meet guidelines during the application process, the Department of Child Welfare may withhold approval and the applicant would be denied as a foster parent. At this point, my job as an intern is to observe and assess foster care families via phone, video calls, and in person. I was just recently approved to attend home visits, so I will start doing those in person. I'll prepare the assessments received from the home visits and present them to the management at the foster care division to see if they qualify for the next step forward. I research proven strategies and techniques to support foster parents and children in varied situations and provide supportive encouragement to form positive relationships in the foster care or birth family home. And of course, to work with team members to assess and identify local, community, and national resources available to nurture and encourage the well being of foster children and encourage relationships with family and staff that can last a lifetime. Throughout my internship, I have taken the Pride class myself and have learned the advantage to the foster families. I collaborate with my team members and provide peer support for ideas and information that I've learned from my research. And then, of course, collaborate with community outreach to give them ideas of places that they can look into that can provide support. We can leave flyers for programs that we support, and of course, support new foster parents coming into the system. I don't know if I like that.